Enjoy the rides. And remember, in case of an emergency, your seat cushion may be used as a flotation device. It won't actually float, but you can use it as one.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to more Sonic Colors for the Nintendo Wii. And in this episode, we're going to be finishing off Aquarium Park by taking on Act 5, 6, and then the boss, as per usual. At number 5 is one we're playing through right now, and I really like this one. It's similar to Act 3 of Aquarium Park, because that one did slightly involve underwater sections, apart from it's going fast using the rockets and everything. There are no underwater sections in Act number 5, sure, but what I mean is it feels quick, and also very short and to the point. Even the red rings are positioned in great places, where they're literally to the right, and I'm obtaining them as we speak. Except, in order to get the S rank for this one, I've discovered that you pretty much need to collect all of the rings. To start with, I was actually just doing air dashes, skipping past all of it, the bounce pad and everything. But no, over time, you really need to collect all those rings, and even the special rings at the same time. If you don't have any rings at the end of this, if you take one single hit, you're not really gonna get it. But that's not really too frustrating, because the level is incredibly short. You don't really have to utilize too many color bonuses, so it's literally just collect the rings and stay alive. You know? It reminds me a lot of that Starlight Carnival level, except personally I did prefer the Starlight Carnival one, because I could literally skip out a whole chunk of it and be quick. I guess that's another thing as well with that number 5. Even though you have to collect a lot of the rings, you also got to be quick at the same time. Let's just say the S rank for this one is very tight, but it's doable, and it's not ultra frustrating. Definitely when compared to Act 1 of Aquarium Park, that is for damn sure. It is quite tricksy though, trying to go through here and avoid these without getting hit, but just pay attention and you'll be alright. I'm just going to bring this up right now. Not once through that stage were we underwater. So why is the end screen underwater? I don't know why it's like that. It doesn't bother me immensely. I just thought I'd throw it out there or so. Anyway, on to Act number 6. Oh boy.
Yar, mateys! Experience the oddest denizens of the seven seas in Captain Eggman's amazing Underwater Aquarium! This is really embarrassing.
Alright, after the fun of Act 5, 6 is where we go back underwater. I've noticed that a lot really with Sonic games. Underwater tends to be a bit of a problem with the games, except admittedly with Aquarium Park, if you play through this game casually, without getting the red rings or high grades, you might have a fun time, because it doesn't feel too slow compared to all the other games. It's definitely nothing like Labyrinth Zone. In fact, I did a bit of a dumb thing actually on this recording file, which kinda sucks, but well, I can't really do much about it now since I've already got the S rank for it, got the red rings. It's still got me what I wanted anyway, so nothing really was lost. It's mainly, I'm taking the slow route downwards underwater through this area. You can actually take the upper route, which leads you onto a drill wisp, and just completely storm this area, getting the red ring and everything. So really, I would recommend that more if you want to get more color bonus and just get through the act quickly. I unfortunately did not realize this until the last minute, which kind of sucks, but there you go. It doesn't take too long though to go this route, because I mean literally I'm already at the blades that I would have got at with the drilling, apart from I just have to dash and make sure that I get through those fans. If you were drilling, you didn't have to worry, you could literally go through them whilst they were on. Plus, if you have boost, you can boost underwater and even in the air, traversing through it a bit quicker, so that's cool. Yep, they had to include the drowning music from all the past Sonic games. It's pretty much a staple. I really like how they do an orchestra version of it as well, instead of, you know, Genesis or even like GBA sound chip from what I've heard in all the other games. It sounds really nice. I don't know though if it's part of the official soundtrack. It might be. I'm not too sure. We're about to come up to a thing though which I questioned like a lot in that number 6. I don't know why this is a thing. So I'm a hover wisp at the minute. If I flop like a damn seal and get all that, I get a slam bonus. Why? I wasn't even going that fast. I wouldn't have thought that would have resulted in a slam side of things. And the thing that's even more confusing is this. when I was practicing this area, by instinct, I thought, oh cool, I got a hover wisp. I'm gonna follow that trail of rings right there, because it's gonna lead me on to somewhere. No, you literally have to hover your way upwards, and then boost over here, because that's where the next red ring is hidden. I don't know why, because my brain, would assume that there's a trail of rings. I need to follow that trail of rings, since I'm a hover wisp. But no, instead you have to do this instead. I just find this a little bit weird. Not to mention that the placement of the red wings are just odd. I mean, that one in itself is a tad absurd, but this one is even, like, what? So when I go down towards here, I'm going to take the upper route to get this red ring at the very top, going down here. Except, that's out of order, because I have to dash back, because the other one is down here, where the ramp is. Like, why? What? Why couldn't I have just made it so that I could just get all the red rings in one single shot? That's what I liked about Act 3 and 5. Simple, to the point, red rings are evenly placed, and I'm not just backtracking to get some of them, or having to skip out things. It really puzzles me why they did this. This room is also a tad bit awkward as well. It gives me vibes, I kid you not, of Sonic 06. You know what I'm talking about, right? Where literally, you're in a room. You're locked, you have to defeat all the enemies to traverse through the next room. There is so much of that in 06. Thankfully, though, in colors, that's literally the only time we're ever going to see that. So, it doesn't bother me too much. If it happens one time, then there's not really much to say about it, is there? I will admit, on this act, though, I did kind of go a little bit overkill on the grade. Because you need at least about 2 million points in order to get the S rank and whatnot. So when I got to this spot, it was pretty much just go around everywhere, collect as many rings as possible, except I kind of got hit at the end, meaning that there was really no need to do that in the first place. But on the bright side, at least whilst I was doing that, I'm getting color bonus in the top right for using the drill wisp. I think that was the main thing that I was trying to do anyway, since if you really just want to get the red ring quick and easy, it's just down to the bottom right corner. You just go down there, collect it, and you're all good. But just to ensure that I had enough points and everything to get the S rank, I wanted to use the color bonus, because I had the mindset of I wanted my score to, at the minute, be over 1 million by the time I get to it. I didn't want it to hit 1 million with all the bonuses added with the time and rings that I had at the end. I wanted it so it was like that before I did it, just to be sure. And that was really overkill, because literally as soon as I cleared the level, where it usually says B rank, A rank, and it transitioned onto an S, no, it was literally an S. As soon as I cleared it, I was like, oh my god, whoops, I broke the system. But you know what, never mind. So I probably did spend a bit too long on this level, maybe, but oh well. At least it still did get the S rank, and it shows you an optional way to get it. I feel like most people, though, are going to take the upper route, and take the drill, and do the smart thing, unlike what I did. Still. This place also gives me really strange reminders of Chun-Nan from Sonic Unleashed. Maybe not quite Chun-Nan though, because this is pretty much more similar to Japan and not China in my book, but even still. Either way, that's that number 6 all done, so onto the boss.
Remember to try our new and improved water slide, now with 20% less raw sewage.
Man, running past all those fish put me in the mood for sushi. I doubt Eggman had the decency to put a good sushi joint in this park.
Remember, ladies and gentlemen, try the newest dining experience here at Eggman's incredible interstellar amusement park, the bucket of sushi. Now with fish.
Ugh, like I was saying. Hey, did somebody here order a clobbering? Are you sure? It says somebody ordered an extra large clobbering topped with everything. Okay. Tell you what, I can't take this thing back, so I'll give you an extra large clobbering for nothing. Hope you're hungry.
Is it me, or does Sonic talk to the robots an awful lot in this game? Like, Sonic? They're robots, they're not going to respond. Machinery. I don't know, maybe from all the past Sonic games that have come out, all like the reviews that the critics gave it, and that has just got to his head. Made him a bit delusional, maybe? I don't know. Either way, this is Admiral Jelly, Very similar to the one in Sweet Mountain, Captain Jelly. This one requires a lot more grinding though than before. And I consider that to be a little bit of a bad thing, because at least with Captain Jelly, when I was drilling underground, when the gauge was about to deplete, I literally could just go to the very top because Captain Jelly didn't move, he stayed in place. Admiral, on the other hand, likes to wander all over the place, making him a pain in the ass to hit. And half the time, he will troll you as well. Even though you're right on his tail and catching up to him, he will just speed up out of nowhere, and it makes trying to attack him with the drill a little bit frustrating, not to mention that when I was saying all about the grinding side of things, that's what I have to do. I don't need to get the drill and then try to attack him as fast as possible. No, what I'm actually supposed to do with the drill is activate it, go all around over the place, getting as much colour bonus as possible, and then that's what bags me the rank. Like, what? I mean, I was always taught in the past that if you want the best rank in a Sonic game for a boss, you defeat it quick. In fact, yes, that's the thing. Whenever you fought bosses, that's what was timed. It was just the time that counted, nothing else, not even the score. So I don't know why it's like this really with Sonic Colors, because it doesn't feel like a boss if I'm having to go round and around and bag some bonus, like it's an arcade game, similar to Tony Hawk or something. That's not dissing Tony Hawk, that's just saying, like, why is it in Sonic? You know, I'm supposed to go through loops and stuff, but still. I mean, I want to go fast, damn it! Also, just a heads up, the reason why I hit him with the drill is because it saves me hitting him with 3 homing attacks, because that's usually what you have to do otherwise. I like how even though with all that though, I literally only just barely got the S rank. I think rings do slightly aid towards it, but they're not super important, because I only had like 40, and that pretty much doesn't do anything at all. Anyway, cool, yeah, that's the boss, that's how it's done, and now let's see what the cutscene's about.
Great job, Sonic.
You know me. I aim to please.
Well, I'm totally pleased, and a little nauseous. I grabbed a bite at the bucket of sushi.
What's the verdict?
His cruelty knows no bounds.
Okay, and that's Aquarium Park all done and dusted. So in the next episode, we will be heading onwards to the last planet. Wow, we're at this point already. Sweet. Take care, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this one, and I'll see you in the next episode of Sonic Colors.